All right, getting adjusted. Little technical difficulty. No big deal. Here we go, guys. All right, it is Thursday, July 31st, and we are doing the Q&A for owner operators. Just hit that smash button. This is trucking content for my owner operators, so get this information in front of those guys. So share it with your contacts. Here we go. All right. So as always, we do some Q&A for owner operators. It's all the questions that come up across our media platforms. We got Instagram out there, the TikTok, you got that YouTube. So all those questions get compiled, and that's what we're answering. It's because it's what you guys want to know, and we're giving you the answers. And here we go. So that's how we get started. And we'll jump right in. A lot of guys always, this is like the number one question asked all the time is it true y'all don't is it true that you don't charge any trailer rental fees? And yes, that is correct. We do not charge rental fees for the use of the trailer. Got a pretty sweet program that keeps you rolling with them. And, that's what you got to do is give us a call at 863-342-5171 to learn more about those details. And it's live from Mulberry. So good morning, my trucking community. We are live from Mulberry, the mecca of trucking, capital of the world. Here we go. So making things different and changing it up, putting all this sweet content in front of everybody so that you can be better at the game called trucking. All you really got to do is to make sure that if you find this useful, you're smashing that like button, you're subscribing so you don't miss any kind of content that we're putting out there. We got videos that come out daily after 5 o'clock, Monday to Friday. Check that out. So if you're not subscribed, you should do so right away, and make sure you smash that like button. All right. So we got another question right here. It's do I need a business plan, or can I wing it and blame the market if I fail? It's kind of crazy because we will get these questions a lot, and no, you need a plan. Everybody should have a plan for sure in order to win, right? If you're trying to wing it, there's so much that could go wrong in trucking. You don't want to be guessing things while you step into it, because here's what's going to happen, guys. It's really all about being successful, and it's about what punches you can take in this, right? Because trucking is going to happen. So you want to have a plan in order to be successful. You don't want to wing it, and now it's costing you money, and you're on the side of the road somewhere and whatnot. And now the game looks different to you, and the way you're going to react to your problem is going to be different. So you want to be on top of things, and don't just wing it. This is too expensive of a sport to just wing it. All right. Hey, good morning, Diva. How are you? How's everything? All right, guys. Post up where you guys checking in from. Hector, welcome. Where are you from? Put it up. Are you getting loaded, unloaded? Thank you for joining. Guys, if you're here, smash that like button, and also share this content and send the link to others in the community, because that's what it's about. It's about sharing value to everybody so they can improve their business. All right. And guys, if you're in the comments right there, drop your questions, drop them there so we can get them answered, and we can share those answers amongst the trucking community. So we're all aware and we're learning from each other. So here we go. That's tremendous value. And we're talking real world experiences of you guys out there on the road now. Remember, we got a lot of viewers who actually are thinking about buying that truck and becoming an owner operator. So this is a wealth of information for them, because they're learning live from guys who are in the grind right now and the real kind of problems that may happen. So that's what it's about, sharing that information and learning from each other. Sam, what's going on? Lavas. Yeah, lavas, whatever that means. So here we go. Okay. All right, thought I had a comment there. So here we go, guys. Guys, share this live, share it with your contacts, with your friends, so we can get this information out there. Remember, that like button, guys, make sure you smash that, because it's going to put this it's going to improve the algorithm to make sure that this information gets in front of everybody that needs to hear it. All right, we got a comment here. What's the average gross for the week? Got guys topping 7,200, 7,300. So we got guys out there getting it. Remember, there's kind of people come in all shape and sizes. It just depends on how you're going to want to run your business. If you're serious about it, then you're going to be amongst the top earners, and you're going to be in that nice market. All right, Mike's allergic to the Northeast. Can you put? Yeah, for sure. So that's the beauty about spot market. That's the beauty about what we do here in the diversity of our dispatchers. We definitely can accommodate areas that you're running. So just remember, at the end of the day, this is easy. The concept is this: the more you're going to limit your business, the more you restrict cash flow to your company. So you don't want to be too exclusive. You don't want to. I get it. There's areas and pockets that you really don't want to be because of certain things, like that California. Forget that. New York City, I don't think anybody should be in there. It gets too complicated. But nevertheless, yes, we can definitely accommodate. But you don't want to get too restrictive on your business. All right. And so here we go. I'm not lazy. I'm just extremely strategic about my effort. Well, nicely played, nicely put. But and again, so are we. It's all about strategy. It's you could definitely accommodate and stay out of certain areas, but the dispatch team here is going to be strategic about how we move you, and that's why we need to know up front, what is that home time. What is the home time ahead of time, so that we can strategically move you and get you home, maxing out as much money as possible, so that we can make that happen. Hey, what's up? What's up, Juan? How you doing, man? Long time no see. What's going on? How is everything? All right, so there you go, a fellow owner operator that's been out there in the grind. So here we go. So again, what we're going to focus on is strategy. Strategy is everything. A lot of people, even talking about the individual before who commented, like, can I blame the market? The market's going to be the market. It's all about what your dispatcher does for you as far as strategy. You got to keep your business rolling. You got to keep it moving, regardless of what the rates are going to be out there. So your goal and your plan should be to be consistent. And once you pick your home time, stick to that, and just work the plan. So guys, smash that like button. It helps the algorithm. It's going to put this information in front of the right people, so they can make those power moves and be successful. All right. Can I book my own loads and wreck your reputation? Absolutely not. So here we go. Guys, the biggest thing about booking loads in a platform like ours and what we offer. So, right, I'm not talking about just that and how the market works. So, guys, before I answer that, make sure you give us a thumbs up, smash that like button, give us a thumbs up, because that is going to help everyone. We only got 10 people watching. We got 10 people watching, but only five thumbs up. Guys, please, I encourage you to smash that like button. Smash it. It will help the algorithm and get this in front of the right people. All right. So why don't we allow guys to book their own loads? Because we got a strategy. We got the dispatchers who are here to actually help push your bottom line up. So the way they're doing that is they're doing so much behind the scenes that it's actually a resource to you. We call it, in the dispatch pit out there. So everybody is learning off of each other. You got multiple dispatchers talking, sharing information, sharing possible loads, what broker's hot right now and paying and what's not, what areas to stay out of, what areas to go to. So think about that, man. You got a massive team that's out there just, looking for loads for you. And you don't want to give that up. It'll be too costly to your business. So for sure, booking your own loads. You're on an island, especially for my people on first-time owner operators. If you've never done it before, you're not going to be efficient at it. You have to work on your craft in order for it to become better. We got a question in the comments. Do you have hazmat loads? We do not. Don't touch it. Don't need it. Don't want it. Actually, we shared on one of the podcasts that we did. Make sure you keep an eye out for those. What a hazmat load actually did to us and how it almost actually took us out of business. So we stay away from that like the plague. No need to have that in order to make money. There's an easier way, strategy. You just got to be effective and efficient and calculated, which is what our dispatchers do to keep you moving. So just pay attention to what is that hazmat really doing for you. So as a carrier, there's a lot easier ways to do it. So we just won't do that. All right. And remember, guys, what we do is we compile a bunch of the comments, a bunch of the questions that come across multiple social media platforms, and then we bring them live and we get them answered so that we can learn from each other and be better at the game. Hazmat rates are same as non-hazmat. Why? It really, the hazmat is, to be honest, I'm not even checking on that hazmat. It's kind of I stay away from that as much as possible. But those guys that are doing that hazmat, it's probably like specialized local contract freight, and it's really nothing to write home about. I believe on the spot, it's going to be right there. The same. It's just the only thing that happens is your liability is increased. And really, what are you making more, right? And so much can go wrong. And if it does, it's going to be costly. So, and insurance has to be different. And so your cost to run that is going to be more than just to run a regular drive and, freight of all kind. It doesn't make any sense to us. It's just not. It's not one of the things that we're keened in on and that we're willing to do. So again, I mean, I've actually seen a lot of people over the time as we meet people, and this goes out to all my first-time owner operators. They'll let their hazmat go because what they find is that it's a lot more intensive to actually have it. It costs you money to have it as an endorsement, and it costs you a little bit of effort, to do all that. And really, they don't even see the ROI on that. It's not like he's making way more money or anything like that. And so I've actually seen guys let their hazmat endorsement drop because it doesn't really hold value to them. So that's that is exactly how I feel about it. So nothing on the hazmat for us. Even that reefer stuff gets a lot more complicated. I believe somebody in the comments does reefer, but here we go. All right. Do you hire drivers who've been wronged by 9 other carriers? Yeah, we do. Absolutely. Here's my point though, right? We're not here to right somebody else's wrong. That's not what we're here to do. We're not saving anybody. What we are is to bring good business to the table and provide quality resources for you to be successful. And then that is what's going to bring your company to the next level. So again, we focus on our strategy. We focus on what we can offer you to make sure that you're successful, and that part, nobody's here to wrong you. We're just looking to do good business. So regardless, whatever happened to you and your experience there has nothing to do with us. We're just going to always provide that quality service so that you can take advantage of it and be successful. So we got a comment here. Can I have my own ELD? All right, so this is a perfect topic because I have seen this come across when guys close down their authority and then lease onto us. Can you do that? No. So what happens is, specifically Motive, let's say, or Samsara, those guys that I've had exposure to, what they actually do is once you have that unit, it's assigned to them, and you're not really going to be able to. You're not really going to be able to transfer it, but what you're doing is you're going to want to go onto one of ours, which we don't charge, so it doesn't matter. You just cannot reassign those in between accounts. They just want you to buy the unit, and obviously that's their tactic to buy a couple other ones. So again, I guess that's how they increase their market share out there. But regardless of that, whatever ELD we have to have visibility because you are under our authority, RMC, all that good stuff, and we are responsible for safety. So we have to have visibility of that to ensure that everything is within compliance. So nope, can't bring your ELD to the table, but it's a good paperweight. So there you go. Are you talking about 44 people are watching on Facebook? Come on, guys, smash that like button. We need that algorithm to improve. These guys are shadow banning us, and we need to get in front of other owner operators in the trucking community. So smash that like. Make sure you subscribe. Share this with everybody you know in the trucking community. We bring this to the table every morning at 9 o'clock. And so make sure you're subscribed so you do not miss this channel. All right. So as we continue, as we continue on some of the questions, and guys, before I just keep reading out the questions that people are sending us, put them in the comments. Let's make this real talk. Let's get questions answered right here, right now, in front of everyone, so that everybody can benefit from this platform. All right. So please, anybody got questions, post them up and let's go. Even if you're asking for a friend, you can make it. You could do that. Just asking for a friend. Biker bro, hey, what's going on, brother, man? How are you? How's everything? Any questions? All right. So if you're here, please smash that like button. Let's improve this algorithm. All right. Do you guys allow reefer units? As we were mentioning before, we do not. We've mastered dry van work. That's where we excel. That is our focal point. That is our niche. That is what we do to make owner operators be successful. So we master that. Okay. Hey, but put that in the comments. How many of you guys in here are actually doing reefer? I have a big question for you. Can a dump truck driver become a business owner too? Yeah, I mean, what kind of dump truck are we talking about here? And are you planning on buying a truck or change? I don't know enough about dump trucks to give any advice on that. I'm just keeping it real. But if my man here has a CDLA and is looking to get into doing some OTR or regional work and buy your own truck, absolutely. But I don't know enough about that dump truck, so I don't know, biker bro. All right, so here we go. LRM, thanks for joining. Drop comments below. And again, guys, platform here, LRM is live. They've joined the party. So any questions you may have for them, I can pass it along. So here we go. All right. All right, so here we go. So the dump truck, yes, but you'll be limited to a few local customers and very fixed rates. All right. So we got a guy going doing some Conestoga step deck, averaging right now $3 to $4 a mile. So here you go, a little different than what we're doing, but here we go. Some of those rates in there, we got loads in the dry van market that can do in that $3 to $4 a mile, and that's not a problem. So it just depends, man. That's what this is about, right? Pick one thing and be successful at that. And just be consistent. So if somebody is going to be doing that flatbed for those first time owner operators, just be consistent with that. And that's the real talk, right? You want to do it, but you're going to do it year round. The real problem comes when guys start to jump off as soon as a rate kind of drops a little bit, and then they're looking for dry van work during this season, reefer work during that season, and you're kind of jumping around, and you're really confusing all that movement for progress. And then that's where a lot of the guys get into trouble. They're always looking to make moves and only want to do business in peak season across the board. So now you're trying to be this like multitasking all year round and just trying to touch every little aspect of trucking, and you're really not consistent. So be careful with that. So some of my guys have done some of my guys have done that flatbed, and then they've come right back. So it just depends. A lot of factors come into that. Age, what you're willing to do and not do. Some of these guys don't like to tarp, don't like to do any of that. So it just depends, guys. It depends what you've been exposed to, and it depends how you got started in this business. So for my people who are out there, how did you get started? What was it that you got done? Do you do partials? No, we don't. We do full truckload. However, man, everything's on the tables. Meeting the right people is a major part of that. Like, you can't just run partials with everybody. You're gonna have chaos and so forth. So, hey, I haven't met the right guy, but we're always open for opportunity to do that. It's just not for anybody. Okay. Uh, so here we go. How about box trucks drivers? Can they become business owner operators? Yeah, there's plenty of companies out there that do that. There's plenty of box trucks that are owner operators and own their own truck. They do get dispatched by those specific markets. We're just using big boy trucks, so it's just a little different what we do. Our trucks are bigger, but there is a market for that. So for those guys that, we've had some owner operators who have, they started off with that and graduated. So here you go. There's plenty. This business is so vast. There's so many ways to slice this up and be successful. And what happens out there in these platforms is uh, everything has to be considered. Um, Everything has to be considered for your business, right? Everybody just simply wants to compare and highlight what they're doing that moment, and they think that it's the best. But it's okay that your plan evolves. So guys that are starting with the box trucks, boom, you're doing well. I've had guys who switched up because they actually saw they were leaving money on the table, and so then they readjusted because for them it was about what they can gross to that truck. And so while they're out there, you're already in pain. Why not make as much money as possible? And then that's what it's about. So guys, again, if you like this kind of content, smash that like button, subscribe so that you have visibility to all of our videos that we put out there. They're out there Monday to Friday after 5, and we keep that content relevant so it benefits you and the trucking community. So my people, make sure hit that like button. We got 13 people watching on that YouTube. Guys, please give us that like button, smash it, the thumbs up. It's important to us. It's the algorithm. It helps put this in front of the right people. So if you could do me that solid, much appreciated. Here we go. Appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. All right. So so we gotta, and come on guys, give me some more questions out there in the comments. Sorry, reading that one. Any more questions? So here we go. Where was my next one, my people? Sorry about that. Where'd I put it, man? Here we go. All right, so here we go. How many miles per week do your owner operators actually run? So the sweet spot for the guys that are running here, you want to be between 3,000, and you're probably topping off at about that 3,400, depending what market you're running in. But that is the actual place you want to be. Got partials. Partials market is dead. Straight trucks took them all. Okay, here we go. So there we go. Maybe that's why my buddy biker bro there wants to, get that box truck and get it going. So here we go. But when it was possible, and that was pretty sweet because you could put a lot of money onto one lane. All right. So may I ask, how many years have you been in trucking, and how did you get started in trucking industry? Oh man, gonna go down memory lane. Man, been in it for wow, shit, 23 years already. And the way I got started into this was actually in high school, man. I started loading trailers, and I was loading trailers for my pops DC distribution center. So that was my exposure to that. Loading trucks, learned how to load them, all that good stuff. Sweeping floors, doing that. Did school, graduated. I actually entered FedEx, so big boy company. I entered when home delivery just came out, so it was just a pilot. And so an interesting thing about that, man, it was a pilot. And what they were doing is it was supposed to be for soccer moms in their minivans, delivering a couple packages to residential areas. So that took off. And then what happened is, I don't know if anybody out there have seen the cargo vans with the pop-up roofs. So then they started using those vans and contracting individuals, and those guys own their own trucks, and those routes have equity. So that blew up, and then after that crossed into last mile delivery. So it's always kind of been around last mile delivery. Worked for a few companies out of that Jersey, PA market. Jumped into port work, so I've touched that as well. And then we do spot market. So kind of been across the board, and that's what led me here. Thanks for the question, actually, because you know what? Sometimes when you're having fun, time flies, and haven't even realized how long I've been in the game. And I don't know, maybe that's how I got my gray hair. I don't know if it's actually the kids or it's me, but here we go. Brian Newman, you thinking about or have implemented a lease to own opportunity? Most of those opportunities are built 100% benefit to the company and not the leasee. So that's correct. We talk about that all the time. I am not saying that lease to purchase programs are bad. We got LRM out there. They have a pretty sweet program, and so does Lone Mountain. Remember, we asked you guys to shop around and use the one that does the best benefit. The only lease to purchase programs we say stay away from is going to be the ones offered by the carrier. And why do we say that? Because yes, they are not going to be written in your benefit. That those programs are meant to be reseeded. There's a conflict of interest there. Plus, think about the benefit you have or you don't have. Actually, you're not going to be able to move that truck wherever you want. It is their truck. You're only going to be subject to their freight. So you can't move the truck. It's stuck there. They tell you what you're gonna, the monthly payment is going to be astronomical. So usually those programs, Brian, as you're looking around, you're gonna be somewhere in between $600-700 for the truck on a weekly basis, plus the 2290s plates and all that. So you're topping off about $800-900 a week, right? A week, and you got the Lone Mountains and the LRMs of the world, and those guys, what they're actually doing there is you got anywhere from $1,600 to $2,000 payment on a monthly basis. So now you could survive as an owner operator. Plus, if you have to pivot and readjust, you can actually change carrier, and you're not hostage to their freight only. So that gives you true freedom. The monthly payment is reasonable on your truck. And so you just got to pay attention. Not everything that shines is gold. We say that all the time, guys. And this is a perfect example about that. So as you're looking for that lease to purchase, Brian, pay attention to that, right? Like if the barrier to entry is no money down, sign here, and there's like, you got no skin in the game, you got to know that means those terms, it's built into the terms. You are a liability. It is a risky business. So it's going to be aggressive in regards to what you're going to be paying monthly, and will you even survive? So there are better options than those carrier offer plates. So I would not want to be up against the fence. I wouldn't want to be doing that. And so here we go. That's not our thing. We don't want to be in that position, because this is just business. It's never personal. If I was offering a lease to purchase program, yeah, of course it would be written in a certain way that it protects us, right? And so that's the only way you would do business, just like that. JGR, thank you for joining. Here we go. All right, guys, that was a good question. So we're learning from each other. So Brian, who are you considering? What companies have you looked at, and have you explored third-party leasing like LRMs and Lone Mountain of the world? So make sure you share that. And guys, if anybody else has used a program that actually works, hey, hook my man up right here. Tell him all about it, and so he can add that to the list of his research, and hopefully he gets some good leads and gets good information here. All right. We got a question by Mike Valdez. How many owner operators you guys have running? We're 60 trucks, brother, man. That's how many guys that are running out there looking to expand. So if you are an owner operator looking for good opportunity, we are the place to be. Give us a call at 863-342-5171 and smash the thumbs up, guys. Put this information in front of other people so that the algorithm really understands who needs to see this, just like my man Brian, and everybody can benefit from that. So guys, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. That's important to us. All right, got another question here. Question for you. What is your thoughts about about why CDL schools are so expensive for future beginners in the truck industry? I heard rumors that CDL schools cost $6,000 beginner like me. That's gonna happen. Well, I would say, biker bro, why don't you consider having a carrier pay for it? So if if that is expensive and out of reach, that's all right. Doesn't mean that you got to do something different. Just kind of redevise the plan. Looking for those big boy companies that offer you to pay for that school. So, yes, you will have to do some time with them. I don't know, 6 months, a year. I've heard different, depending on who you call, they have different parameters, but then they're going to pay for it. Don't necessarily just, write it off because the guy has, you got to do a year there, right? That's not enough not to go through with that plan. But what is the value to it, man? You're going to get some training. So that's real. That you can't fake that. So you're going to get seasoned in that regard, right? You want to have at least a year under your belt, because in that year, a lot of shit is going to go wrong, and you want that to go wrong in the hands of a good carrier. So remember, they're going to have good equipment, right? That means if your truck goes down for whatever reason, boom, they're going to just put you into another one. So look at that. They're going to have volume. So you're always working. You're going to get those miles. That's the only way that you're going to get experience. Right. So just be careful, like, because again, we actually have a video about that. So look through it. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you do so, and then scroll through there. You're going to see one that is specifically dedicated to this. It's a little long, but it's quality information for you, because just getting your own CDO on your own, yes, you're out of pocket, but if you don't have somebody lined up to work for, finding a job could be problematic. Find out why. Go over to that video and you're going to find out. So plenty of good information for you right there. But the cost is the cost, man. Inflation and all that good stuff. So biker bro, if you have not, you should explore big boy companies like the Primes, the Warners, and things of that nature. It can be an eye opener that if you go into that project with the right mindset, there's actually probably more benefit for you than you think. Just explore it. Don't necessarily disregard it. Yes, so we are at 60, looking to be at 250 by Christmas. I think it's possible. The only thing that we got to do is make sure that you guys are smashing that like button and putting this information in front of other owner operators, so that the guys that they know about us. How else am I going to grow if they don't know about me? So guys, we have a wonderful product right here for you to be successful. We just got to get it in front of everybody in order so they can take advantage of it as well. How do I know that your 75-25 split isn't just a scam? That's an easy one. You're always getting the original rate confirmation with the gross amount right there. And then you're just going to see everything you do have, right? So boom, you get an original rate con with all the information there. So that's checks and balances, right? That's one. Two, you're covered in insurance. And how are you going to find all that out? So I've had guys who take some time off, and boom, in that time off, they're not being charged weekly for an insurance that they're not using. So that's another value to the owner operator right there. Biker bro, can you send me links too? Yeah, not a problem. It'll either be myself or the recruiting department. Just give us an opportunity to get off the live, and then we will get that done. But again, give us a text. Why don't you call her? It's 863. Biker bro, I'll give you a chance to write it down. It's 863-342-5171. Let me see if I could type it right here for you guys. Sorry, man. Trying to multitask. Guys, bear with me, man. I'm trying to get better at this here, man. So right there, Biker bro. Text that number and we will get you the information that you need. But don't forget, my man, subscribe if you're not already, and check it out on YouTube. Plenty of information right there for you to get that info. All right. How do you help new owner operators avoid failing? by communicating quality information and talking about everything that is real and everything that is important. No fluff shit. Like, this is not just about feelings, man. We have enough emotional intelligence to make sure that we're sharing what's going to be important and successful. Again, we've been doing this a long time, and why people fail at being owner operator, it's usually the same kind of thing. So lack of information, lack of knowledge, people winging it, not really having a plan, not understanding the cost of this business. Everybody hyper focuses on that. But there is so much, there is so much more than just rate per mile to this business. It's actually, it's the long game. It's strategy. It's a chess. So we have the team here in order to make you successful. So that is what you got to link up is with individuals like us, like-minded, so that you can reap the benefit. Mike Valdez, do you pay by percentage or mile? My man, we pay percentage. So we do that 75-25 split. We keep it clean. We keep it transparent. There are no hidden deductions anywhere. Everything everything is set up front, and it's easy. You only have one deduction on a weekly basis, which is for the trailer maintenance. All right. And that's $50 a week. So obviously, to get started, it just depends. If you're on my plate program, obviously there's a cost to that. If you have your plate, even better. We even got the team that'll help you get your own plate. What they do, right, is they'll show you how to fill out the application. A lot of guys, the value there is that they're going to teach you how to execute that. Because once you do it once, that's it. That shit is no longer scary. You can do it on your own. And a lot of people think it's more complicated. Now, there are benefits to run under a carrier plate, and there are benefits for you to have your own. It's up to you to decide. But at the end of the day, as an owner operator, you definitely want to have your options. So getting those options in front of you is the number one key. And that's what we do here. We actually put those options in front of owner operators so you could slice it and dice it to how you're looking to run. I have plenty, like we said, we got 60 guys leased on. Some of them are under different programs. And what I mean by that, some of them, use my plate. Some of them don't. Some of them are already had some bobtail insurance. Others went through our contacts to get it. So there's so many ways to slice it. Some guys have their own trailers. Some guys are using ours. So it just depends on what you need to take advantage of. Guys, we all grow in this business at different levels. You just gotta find out which one works for you the best and go ahead and go with that. So that's the beauty about being that owner operator. And for those first time owner operators, that's right. You get to slice that up as you do. Brian said, I'm done driving, just throwing questions out there for conversation. I appreciate that, brother, man. That's what it's about. And notice that his questions are in line with a lot of what we talk about, because trucking is historically it's the same problems over and over. And for anybody who's been in the game for, let's say, over 3 years, you're going to start to notice it's the same problems, like over and over and over. Only thing changing, name, dates, and faces. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to put the information in front of good people so that they can actually get to being successful a lot quicker than it took other people, and not make those same mistakes that cost you money. And again, guys, that at the end of the day, that's what it's about, being effective and efficient at this game called trucking. So again, smash that like button, guys, please. I got 13 people in the chat on YouTube, but only 12 thumbs up. Please, somebody give me some thumbs up. I need to get that higher so the algorithm could pick it up and get it in front of the right people. And if you're not subscribed to YouTube, my people, go ahead and go there. We got plenty of content to make you successful. Just trying to help out that trucking community as well. All right. Boom. Here's a really good one. What happens if I damage a trailer? Boom. It's kind of obvious, right? You got some responsibility to do. But here's what should happen, guys. You want to make sure that you're always communicating with your safety team. I've seen time and time again where I have significant damage to a trailer. It arrives in the yard and guys don't know how it got there. And what happens, I really believe it's human behavior. And this is for my first time owner operators out there, or even seasoned guys. Because you know what? Shit, to tell you the truth, those guys were seasoned anyway. So So what the fuck? Like, it's a problem. Don't run from a problem. All right. So it happens. Boom. You made some damage. You hit somebody's tree or property or even a freaking drive through. Guys, get the information. Don't just leave. By leaving, you're actually amplifying the situation and you're making it worse. And I get it. Human behavior is going to want to make you just want that problem to go away. But it's not just going to go away. You're going to have to manage it. You got yourself into it. We all grown. You got to manage your way out of it, right? So already it's going to cost something. We know that. But how do we minimize that cost? So work with your safety department. Let them know what happened right away, so that the proper steps can be taken, and you'll mitigate that. So again, you break it, you bought it, how they say, you will have some responsibility to fix it. There you go. Sometimes it's not your fault. So not everything, I'm not saying everything is your fault. We have had receivers puncture holes into the roof of the trailer. Yeah, that's their bill. I just need to know about it. So the way we do things here is the communication. Everything is in place. You just got to follow the process. We keep it simple for you. You don't even have to argue with anybody. You're just going to get that information over to your dispatcher. Our safety team will get involved and they will do the process. You just got to connect the two and do it respectfully, and you'll be okay. So the idea is to get you patched up, keep you moving, and minimize your downtime. So again, not a lot of stuff has happened out there that we haven't seen. So there's a process for everything. Come take advantage of that. Share, like, subscribe. And if you're an owner operator looking for good opportunity, good partners that have the same mindset and the same goal in mind, give us a call at 863-342-5171. All right. So guys, make sure you smash that like button. Let's get going. So here we go. All right. What is your best advice for running spot market in 2025? You got to run. That's simple. I see a lot of guys time and time again that are going to say, hey, I'm going to park the truck. All right, I don't know. Maybe if you're that rich, I guess. But for the rest of us, right? For the rest of us that actually still got some bills, you got to stay consistent. You got to keep running no matter what. Because at the end of the year, you're going to reap the benefit. Parking a truck is only going to complicate the situation. Number one, if I've had people park their truck for a year and then try to bring it back. Well, guess what? There's a lot of things, getting that truck back up to par is going to be a problem. There's a wear and tear on that thing, and there's plenty of mechanical issues. Number one. Number two, let's look at what's not obvious. So even if my man had savings, right? This is what he went through. He depleted his savings while he wasn't running. So now when he gets back into the truck, he's actually behind the 8 ball even more. So the idea would be, like, even in a market that is not, let's say, in your favor and it's a little bit difficult, if you can just run and make sure that you are not dipping into your savings and actually increasing your debt, you'll be in a better place. So you want to remain the same or growing. And then there you go. That's the approach. So now when the market turned in his favor, he got his truck, got it plated again, started running, had some technical difficulties, a breakdown because he didn't use it for a year. But what happens now in his mind, he's hyper focused on the rates where he wanted to be, $6 a mile, because that's what he needs in order to catch up real quick from all the losses he had. Because remember, every week that he wasn't running, he was giving up, 7,000 gross. That's a loss. Even if he thinks that's not money, that's a loss of cash flow to your company. So it's how you view things. So I don't recommend you park it. 2025, you got to be out there. Because they say this is the bottom and it's going to turn. Well, you need to be in the game for it to turn. Other than that, if you ain't, how you going to win the fight if you're not in the ring? So guys, stay the course, work your plan. You can make some small adjustments. If you're not making the right money where you're at, give us a call. We could definitely handle that. Let me give you an alternative phone number. Also, it's 855-839-5067. So 855-839-5067. So we can take care of you. All right, so I got somebody checking in, Mr. Lawson. I'm checking in. Do you have a website that I can check out? Yeah, for sure. They put it right there, VoyagerNation.com. Also, check Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. We're all over the place. The #1 owner-operator company in Florida. So check us out. Yep. So again, guys, please smash that thumbs up. It helps the algorithm and it helps put this information in front of other guys. So that we can all reap the benefit from this. So don't just keep scrolling past us. Make sure you're smashing that screen. We would appreciate that. Keeps the videos coming. Keeps the energy going. All right. All right, guys. So any more questions on anything that we do here? Come on, guys. I need some more questions. Let's keep this moving. All right, so we got, do we have flatbed division? I do not have a flatbed division, my man. Dry van only. That's the place to be, man. That is our forte. That's what we've mastered. So we are dry van. So, but Brian, give a call, or for those who want to know, we do not have a dry van division. We are strictly, flatbed. We are strictly dry van. That is the great place to be, especially for those first-time owner-operators. You want to keep it simple, you want to keep it effective, and you'll be surprised that it's the type of revenue you can do by just being consistent and keeping it there. A lot of guys get caught up in the hype of like, hey, you have to go do specialized work. That's the only way to make money, on those like oversized loads and all that stuff. Nah, there's plenty of way to do it with keeping it simple. All right. Yep. We look forward to your phone call. So definitely give us a call. Make sure you smash that thumbs up, guys. Put this in front of other people, just like you as an owner operator. And that way, subscribe, put the bell on so that you don't miss the next live. And you're always in the know. We're here to share plenty of information with everyone that's out there. All right, so let's go. All right, how many drivers have you lost because they didn't make money? Well, yeah, I have lost guys like that, but let me explain a little bit on that. So what's happening there is not because of the dispatcher or not because of the formula, but the unwillingness to try something different, thinking that their way is the only way. So, for example, have an individual who is just willing to run a certain market, and let's just use Texas and back, or in and out of Florida, and then personal expenses go up, and then he just thinks that market is going to overpay at some time. Or, then you have, like, let's say a seasonal thing like a watermelon or something, and the rates get a little watermelon season and the rates spike a little bit. And then you think that that's supposed to last forever, and it doesn't. And so that's, without you willing to change your mind or open it up or open your business to different lanes, that restriction you have on your business is the same thing that it's going to, that restriction will be the nail in the coffin to your business. You have to be willing to do something different in order for your business to adapt and keep growing. No business can be the same and expect growth. So guys, like, yes, I have guys who have quit because they made no money, but it's not because of a lack of a dispatcher offering options, ingenuity, creativity. It was never that. It was just an individual is not willing to change their parameters in order to be consistent on the type of growth that they're bringing into their company. So here we go. Mike, yes, what makes us #1? That is great question, because we just keep it real. Just like before, we're always pushing content that is not just fluff. It's not just emotional bullshit from other companies. Like, like, for example, if a guy is onboarding, the personalized thing of, yeah, we know your name and you're not a number here. That's all cute, but that's not enough. That is not enough for anybody to be successful. You can't pay bills with that. You got to pay bills with money. And so we take pride in people generating enough revenue to take care of their families, and then everything falls into place. I don't even have to be a part of that. I just need to be a part of working with you, ensuring that you generate revenue to keep your business afloat. And anything that happens after that, it's your effort and all that, and that all will fall into place. So we are here to solve problems. We are here to be realistic. And how do we get to that place of success? And what is the real complications that we have? So that's what makes it number one. It's that you will be challenged. Just because you like a certain market doesn't mean we're just going to say yes. Like, just be, we will tell you, hey, this market bottomed out. We need to go to this area. We argue for you to be successful, if that makes any sense. It's kind of crazy. We're going to give you alternative. We're going to give you sample settlements of other people and how they're running and how they're making the kind of money that you're looking for. So that is what makes it number one. We've been in the trenches. We're solving problems that are in the trenches, that are real, and first-time owner operators can learn the hard truth. Now, a lot of guys don't like what we say because they want to just believe the other stuff. You know what I mean? And then there you go. And then they go, I've seen people spend years jumping from company to company looking for the best outbound Florida freight. Where? That shit ain't changed in 25 years. It's not going to change in the next 24 hours. It is what it is. You don't want to die on that hill. Like, let that shit go. What you want to be doing is look at your strategy, right? And once you have a strategy, how can this carrier help you get out of Florida? Ask them, how do you do it? Then you're going to see. And that's what we do. Give that real world advice to the real challenges that are out there. And then we just tackle it, but can't do it alone. I need owner operators to get that done. I need you guys to participate. We got to be able to swap ideas. We got to be able to come to, to some kind of plan. And then we just stick to the plan. So here we go. What else we got here? Do you help factoring or do I need my own? No. So what we do, we got that all covered, man. We got it covered within that 75-25 split. So we got a whole billing department handling all of that. They're just going to ask you for the documentation needed so we can do what we have to do. Remember, the dispatchers here are going to be reading your raycons. And once they're reading those raycons, we're going to be asking those brokers to take away predatory stuff, right? So I know this is a little different than the billing piece, but hear me out. The reason we talk about that is because we don't need you getting an underpayment, 60 days from now because of something that was predatory on that raycon. So we're going to ask them to remove it, or guess what? There's 1,001 other loads that we can be doing. We got to be scanning, checking if these people have credit. Just yesterday, check this out. We book a load in the morning with an individual. He has credit. Towards the afternoon, that same broker has no credit. And then, then we get the news that their bond is going to expire on certain days with a certain time frame. So here we go. This is a fast moving game. Like, you have to be consistent. It's repetitive, but you got to cross those T's and dot those I's. So that it's aware. So quickly we can identify that, remove them, and put them on the do not use list. Not because I don't like them. It's just, what's the point of doing a load that you can't get paid on? Absolutely nothing. So that's what we're paying attention to. So it's more than just that factoring piece. Check that out. We're actually, we're letting you know why we can't use these guys anymore. We're doing the homework. So all of that is part of the package deal. It's that back office support that can hit and benefits your business every single day, every single load, every single mile. So here we go. But again, guys, smash that like button, subscribe. It's important to us. Help a brother out. That way, this information gets in front of good people, and it helps grow that channel. All right, so hold up a second right here. All right, sorry about that. A little technical difficulty, but I think I'm good. All right. All right. What's the real reason you don't let drivers book their own freight? Besides everything we talked about, it being like strategy and all that, and having people, having a team behind you, looking at the market and making those adjustments while you're making your deliveries and driving. Just besides all of that, the additional thing to that is what's out there, man. Freight guards, man. A lot of these brokers are hypersensitive on shit, and what they're doing is they put a freight guard on you, and then everything will change for my existing guys. My guys who've been with me for over a decade, certain carrier, certain brokers, and all of that. For as much as a relationship you can have, let's say you get 3 freight guards in 1 week, you will feel that pain, and now the business is hurt. So a lot of guys that are onboarding who don't understand, how that works, you will catch those freight guards. So that's probably the biggest reason, is just that, like, that back office stuff to that. You wouldn't have visibility of who booked what and just didn't show up, who's canceling loads on you, or like calling a broker and then they're just canceling last minute. It would just be extreme chaos for us to manage that, or any carrier. So for those guys that are doing it out there, what kind of rates are you getting? You're going to see that. So like even those Landstar guys, I mean, I think you're operating in a sandbox, right? It's only the loads that they pour into there, and so you can't break anything. You're in their wheelhouse, right? But once you step away from that and it's not a protected sandbox, now you have real problems where now, this one broker could put a freight guard on you, and now this other broker is not working with you because you left them high and dry. So that the damage that can be done is probably more important than anything else. I'm sure there are plenty of guys that can handle it and can do it, but you just can't take that chance. You in this business is about looking at your liabilities and managing them. All right, so that's the main reason for that, to be honest. So guys, if you like what you're hearing and this has some value to you, and or if you know someone that'll benefit, share that with them. But you gotta smash that like button for us, please. It helps the algorithm, gets this in front of the right people, so that we can do more content, keep pushing this forward for your guys' benefit. So please help us out in that regard. So here we go. And again, it's always this number one question. These questions come up all the time. So do I get to pick my lanes and regions? Yes, absolutely. Not a problem. We can run you with whatever lanes necessary. We can run with whatever region. So most of the time we just say, what's more important to you, right? Usually you're going to fall into two kind of categories. Number one, you want to max out on your gross. And for those guys that want to max out on the gross, what you're going to be doing there is, the dispatcher ain't asking. He's not asking, do you like this? Do you like that? No. You gave him a financial goal, and my man is chasing that goal. And what he's going to do is he's going to get you to that goal. But for you to be that top dog earner in any market, no restrictions. We respect the home time, but in between heading out and going home, everything is game. And then you're maxing out on that gross. And then we have the other individuals who like to scale it back a little bit. Remember, they're just different needs and whatnot. And those guys are actually going to be, their request is a little bit different. They like to run a certain area. We will max out within that area that they like to run. We will max them out financially, top loads in that market. But again, we just got to be honest, man. A guy that wants to be, that wants to be home every weekend doesn't look the same as the guy who's out for 3 weeks. And it's just strategy based on that, right? Because that guy that's out for 3 weeks, he's not in Florida on Monday morning after that 34. So that first load looks very different. That's one of the things that may change on that, right? So that's big part of the equation, rather. So here we go. So yep, we got a little bit of something for everybody. That's the beauty about it. We adapt it. It's very tailored. It's a customized dispatch for every owner operator that we have. Every mind is a world, and so they do different. They run their business a little bit different. So here you go. guys. But never forget, please smash that like button. Head over to YouTube. Make sure you're subscribing so that you can get this content in front of you. We are live every day, 9 a.m., Monday to Friday. Put the comments below. What type of topics do you want to see covered, so we can get that covered for you. All right. Do you think? All right. Since you, I'm trying to read this, man. My glasses here. Sorry about that. Since you guys primarily use the spot market, do you think diversification into flatbed would be a good move for the company in the future, especially given the fact that flatbed rates average run? Not necessarily. So there's a couple things here. If I had to talk diversification, I think what I'd rather be doing there is maybe getting a customer, so out of Florida, that can give me, a preloaded trailer every Monday morning. That'd be something sweeter than that type of diversification. So if I can make something where heading out of Florida, I can now say, hey, listen, we got a preloaded trailer. Just go and pick it up 24/7 on a Monday open window pickup. Now it's less struggle, right? You're now you're in and out, and you create that consistency. So maybe now a guy can pick it up on a Sunday night. I would say something there, but just remember, my dispatchers, their forte is dry van. Years and years and years of contacts and like of dry van freight and our brokers and everything that comes along with that. So while that's our forte, to introduce flatbed just because it's shiny, that requires a whole different breed of owner operators. It's going to require different types of insurance, different types of liabilities, and you're going to find challenges. Like I wonder how many of you guys that are out there are actually, how many of those flatbed guys try to switch up work in the winter, because now he's got a tarp, in 30-degree, 20-degree weather. And so now what happens there? So you're going to have a lot of fluctuation and all of that. And so now I'd rather stick to my drive-in and diversify in other ways that I believe would be a little bit more effective using the resources I have now, and diversify in that regard. So again, like if a Florida customer was like, hey, can you park a few trailers here? Again, it's leaving Florida. The value add is to have a preloaded trailer ready for you on that Monday morning at whatever time. And now there's more value to that, and I can increase somebody's gross revenue just by having that feature there. Boom, it's much better. How many dispatch you have per owner operator? 10 to 14 would probably be kind of a sweet spot for people. Again, because for those who don't know, spot market dispatching is way different than a load planner. Load planner over there could cover 30 trucks, 40 trucks, not a problem. This is a very, very different sport than that type of stuff. You got to be negotiating with brokers, reloads. You're dealing with, detention. You're dealing with making adjustments because of a breakdown. Not only rescheduling that delivery time, finding what fits, but working your magic and massaging it so you don't lose that reload, because he's got to keep you moving. So there is so much more to spot market dispatching than customer freight. Apples and oranges. I've been doing this a long time. I have seen where really good, effective customer freight dispatchers come to this side and it's over their head, because it's so different. It's even, man, we have even tried, check this out, we've had brokers come in for the dispatch opportunity, and even that is so different because you got a real truck to cover. I think a broker's got two intangibles. They got a load potentially and a truck maybe, and you kind of got to try to marry these two things together and set it off. And again, they have no accountability to what happens. Like I shouldn't say that. They just care that you show up on time. That broker doesn't care what type of violations or what the hell happened between you making that delivery, because it doesn't touch them. Right. So let's say you got put out of service because somebody violated violated PC or something just to show up on time. Yes, they're grateful that you got on time, but once you're safe, once you have a safety alert, now they won't even use you. So the very people you were protecting now will drop you like a bad habit just because your safety score is off. So there's no allegiance to anybody. Like, business is business, guys. So again, spot market dispatcher, very different. You want to keep it at that very comfortable number so that none of the details get dropped. No, everything, all T's are crossed, and I's are dotted. So again, it's a lot more intimate, a lot more to do in this environment. So that's basically the magic number right there. All right, guys, please smash that like button. I'm asking, help a brother out, help this content get in front of the right people. Share this, and if you're not subscribed, please go ahead and do so. Subscribe with our YouTube channel. Get plenty of content going your way on a daily basis, and make sure you share. All right, guys, we got any other questions? Let me see. All right. What's your overall rate per mile? All right. So rate per mile, guys, just remember when we talk overall or averages, here's the thing about us, right? I have something for everybody. So I do have some guys running local, regional, OTR, and so forth. So when you're talking averages, you're talking about an overall. So if I ran it last week, 230 a mile. Now, guys, that doesn't mean guys don't get over that. Just remember, I do have what pays more, but I also got those, guys who are dragging my rate per mile down because they run differently in certain markets, right? So any carrier out there who you're doing, the guy that runs Florida, Georgia, who's running in and out, every time he goes out, that cat is dropping your rate per mile down. So in all of that, there you go. I always say, look at the gross. But nevertheless, more details on that based on the customized plan that we can offer you. Give us a call, and we will handle that. And so again, please make sure you give us a call so we can address that specifically. How many? All right, my people. So if there are no more calls, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Thank you. And I encourage you to make to smash that like button, share this information with other people, help the algorithm pick us up so that more people can watch and more people can benefit. And head over to our Super Trucker podcast. Subscribe if you are not already. But since you were watching, you're here. Smash that like. All right, guys. Same time tomorrow. Bring your questions, please. I appreciate every one of you. And be safe, drive safe, and I will see you tomorrow. Please come to the table with some good questions. That way it will make this more interacting, and we can help out the trucking community, answer questions that need answering. All right. So how many? I think we answered that one. So, all right, my people. So that's the show. I appreciate it. Please subscribe, smash the thumbs up. Again, I'm going to need some more thumbs up tomorrow, guys. So let's go. All right. Be safe, drive safe, and we will talk soon.